Have you ever found yourself at the bottom of a flight of stairs, looking up and just sighing? Or maybe you've tried to lift a bag of groceries out of the car and felt a surprising strain in your arms, a weakness that wasn't there a few years ago. You might brush it off thinking, well, I'm just getting older. It's a common thought, one that millions of us have every single day. But what if I told you that this creeping weakness, this gradual loss of power in your legs and arms, is not just a normal part of aging? What if it's a specific treatable condition, and ignoring it is one of the most dangerous mistakes a person over 60 can make? By the time we reach 70, many of us can lose up to 40% of our muscle mass. That's a staggering number. It's the hidden reason why falls become more common, why recovery from illness takes longer, and why our independence can slowly slip through our fingers. This isn't just about being able to open a stubborn pickle jar. This is about your freedom. It's about being able to get up out of a chair on your own, to play with your grandchildren, to walk confidently on an uneven sidewalk, and to live in your own home for as long as you choose. That feeling of weakness has a name. It's called sarcopenia, and it's a silent thief that robs us of our strength. But here's the wonderful, hopeful truth. It doesn't have to be this way. You have so much more power over this process than you've been led to believe. Growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means we need to get smarter about how we care for our bodies. In this video, we are going to pull back the curtain on this deadly mistake. We'll explore exactly why this muscle weakness happens, and more importantly, we will walk through the practical, science-backed steps you can take starting today to stop it in its tracks and even reverse it. We're going to build a blueprint for reclaiming your strength, your stability, and your confidence. Before we dive in, if you believe that your health is your most valuable asset and you want to protect your independence for years to come, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications. We share the kind of health advice that can truly make a difference in your daily life. And I'm always curious to know who I'm talking to. Are you watching from the United States, from Canada, the UK, Australia, or somewhere else in the world? Go ahead and drop your location in the comments below. It's always so encouraging to see how far our community of healthy agers reaches. All right, let's get to the heart of it. What is this thing I called sarcopenia? The word sounds complicated, but the concept is simple. Sarco means flesh or muscle, and penia means loss. It is the age-related progressive loss of muscle mass and strength. It's not a disease in the way we think of the flu or heart disease. It's a condition that sneaks up on us. It often starts quietly in our 30 seconds and 40 seconds, but it hits the accelerator pedal after age 60. Think of your muscles as your body's engine. When you're young, that engine is powerful and efficient. But as we age, if we don't perform the right kind of maintenance, that engine starts to lose horsepower. The fibers that make up our muscles begin to shrink, and some of them die off and are replaced by fat and fibrous tissue. The nerve signals that our brain sends to our muscles also become a little less clear, a little less forceful. It's like the connection's getting fuzzy. This is why a simple act like standing up from a low sofa can suddenly become a real effort. It's not your imagination. Your body is literally struggling to recruit the muscle power it once had. And this is where the deadly mistake comes in. We ignore it, we accept it, we say, this is just my life now. But ignoring sarcopenia is like ignoring a small leak in the roof of your house. At first, it's just a little drip, an inconvenience. But over time, that leak can rot the beams, destroy the ceiling, and compromise the entire structure of your home. In the same way, muscle weakness compromises the entire structure of your life. It is the #1 predictor of falls in older adults. A fall for a younger person might result in a bruise, but for a senior, it can mean a broken hip, a long hospitalization, and a permanent loss of mobility. Strong muscles act as armor for your skeleton. They stabilize your joints and provide the power to catch yourself when you stumble. When that armor weakens, you become vulnerable. Furthermore, your muscle mass is a major driver of your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn, even at rest. As you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down, which can lead to weight gain, insulin resistance, and an increased risk for type 2 diabetes. Your muscles are also a reservoir of protein for your body. When you get sick or have surgery, your body needs extra protein to heal and fight off infection. It pulls that protein from your muscles. If your reserves are already low, your recovery will be slower and more difficult. So you see, this isn't about vanity. It's not about looking like a bodybuilder. It's about function. It's about resilience. It's about having the physical capacity to live the life you want to live. Now that we understand the stakes, let's talk about the solutions. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but I promise you, the fixes are simpler than you think. We're going to break it down into the biggest mistakes people make that accelerate this muscle loss and what to do instead. Let's start with the most common one, a mistake rooted in a complete misunderstanding of what our bodies need as we age. The first major mistake is what I call the protein myth. It's the belief that as we get older, we don't need to eat as much, especially protein. Many seniors find their appetite decreases, or they shift to lighter meals like toast and tea or soup and crackers. They think, I'm not as active as I used to be, so I don't need all that fuel. This could not be further from the truth. Here's a fact that might surprise you. Older adults actually need more protein per pound of body weight than younger adults do. Why? The reason lies in a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Anabolic is just a scientific word for building up. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to the signals that tell them to grow and repair themselves. Think of it like this. Your muscles have become a bit hard of hearing. When you were 25, you could whisper the message to them by eating a small amount of protein, and they would hear it loud and clear and get to work building. But now that you're 65 or 75, you have to speak up. You have to shout that message by giving them a larger dose of protein for them to finally get it and start the repair process. Proteins are made up of building blocks called amino acids. These are the literal bricks and mortar your body uses to repair everything from your skin to your organs to, you guessed it, your muscles. Every time you move, you create tiny microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. Eating protein provides the raw materials to patch up those tears and in the process, make the muscle a little bit stronger than it was before. If you don't provide enough of these building blocks, your body can't make the repairs. In fact, if you're in a protein deficit, your body will start to break down existing muscle tissue to get the amino acids it needs for more critical functions, like supporting your immune system. You are literally cannibalizing your own strength. So, how much is enough? Most experts recommend that older adults aim for about 0.5 to 0.7 grams of protein per pound of their ideal body weight. For a 150-pound person, that's somewhere between 75 and 105 grams of protein per day. That might sound like a lot, but you can get there by being strategic. The key is to spread it out. Aim to have a significant source of protein with every single meal. For breakfast, instead of just toast, have 2 or 3 eggs or a bowl of Greek yogurt, which is packed with protein. For lunch, make sure your salad has a generous portion of grilled chicken or chickpeas. For dinner, a nice piece of salmon or lean beef. Don't forget snacks, a handful of nuts, a piece of cheese, or a glass of milk can all contribute. It's not about eating huge, heavy meals. It's about making sure that the food you do eat is nutrient dense and rich in these essential muscle building blocks. Now, let's move on to the second crucial mistake, which I call the cardio trap. This is for all of you who are diligent about your daily walks. You get your steps in, you feel good, and you think you're doing everything you need to do for your health. And while walking is absolutely fantastic for your heart, your mood, and your circulation, and you should definitely keep doing it. It is not enough to stop sarcopenia. Relying only on cardio to maintain your strength is like trying to fix a leaky pipe with a feather duster. It's the wrong tool for the job. Walking, swimming, and cycling are endurance exercises. They train your heart and lungs to be more efficient. They are wonderful, but they don't provide the right kind of signal to your muscles to make them grow stronger. For that, you need resistance. You need to challenge your muscles. to make them work against a force that is greater than what they are used to. This is the principle of resistance training or strength training. When you lift something heavy, whether it's a dumbbell, a resistance band, or your own body weight, you are telling your muscles, hey, the load I'm being asked to carry is increasing. I need to get stronger to handle this. This is the only language your muscles truly understand when it comes to building strength. The idea of strength training can be intimidating. It might conjure images of grunting bodybuilders in a crowded gym. But I want you to erase that image from your mind. Strength training for a senior is not about lifting massive weights. It's about simple, functional movements that build the strength you need for everyday life. You can do it safely and effectively right in your own living room. Let's talk about the most important muscle group for your independence, your legs. The strength of your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes determines your ability to get out of a chair, climb stairs, and keep your balance. The single best exercise for this is the squat, but you don't have to do a deep, heavy squat. You can start with a chair squat. Stand in front of a sturdy chair with your feet shoulder width apart. Slowly lower yourself down as if you are about to sit, letting your hips go back. Just before you touch the chair, pause for a second and then push through your heels to stand back up. That's it. Do 8 to 12 repetitions. If that's too hard, go ahead and sit all the way down. Then focus on standing back up without using your hands for support. For your upper body, you can do wall push-ups. Stand a few feet from a wall, place your hands on it at shoulder height, and lean in, bending your elbows, then push yourself back to the starting position. You can buy inexpensive resistance bands online and do exercises like bicep curls and seated rows while you watch television. The key is to start slow and focus on good form. Aim for 2 or 3 short sessions a week. You will be amazed at how quickly you feel a difference. It's not about the intensity. It's about the consistency of sending that get stronger signal to your muscles. I know this is a lot of information, but is it starting to make sense? Are you seeing how these pieces fit together? If you're finding this helpful and feeling a little bit of hope, please take a quick second to tap that like button. It's a small click for you, but it truly helps this important message reach other seniors who might be feeling discouraged and don't know where to start. Your support means the world. All right, let's tackle the third mistake, which is perhaps the most insidious because it feels so logical. I call it the inactivity accelerant. This happens when we start to experience aches and pains, maybe some arthritis in our knees or stiffness in our back. Our natural intuitive response is to rest. We think, it hurts when I move, so I should move less. And while acute injuries do need rest, for the chronic aches and pains of aging, this mindset creates a devastating downward spiral. Pain leads to inactivity. That inactivity causes your muscles to get weaker at an accelerated rate. Weaker muscles provide less support for your joints, which then leads to more pain. More pain leads to even less activity, and the cycle continues, spiraling downwards until you find yourself trapped by your own physical limitations. The phrase, use it or lose it, is not just a catchy saying. It is a fundamental biological law. Your body is incredibly efficient. It will not waste precious energy maintaining tissue that it doesn't think you need. When you stop moving, you send a loud and clear signal to your body. These muscles are no longer required. And your body dutifully begins the process of breaking them down. We have to flip the script in our minds. We need to start seeing movement not as the cause of our pain, but as the medicine for our pain. Motion is lotion for your joints. When you move, you increase blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients that help reduce inflammation. You stimulate the production of synovial fluid, which is the natural lubricant in your joints. Gentle movement can be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory things you can do. Of course, this doesn't mean you should go out and run a marathon if your knees are aching. It means you need to find the right kind of movement. This is where things like gentle stretching, chair yoga, or Tai Chi can be life-changing. These practices improve flexibility, balance, and strength without putting a heavy impact on your joints. Even just making a commitment to get up and walk around the house for 5 minutes every hour can break the cycle of inactivity. If pain is a major barrier for you, please talk to your doctor or a physical therapist. They can help you find safe ways to move and manage your discomfort so that you can stay active. Don't let pain be the reason you surrender your strength. Let it be the reason you seek out smarter, gentler ways to keep your body in motion. This brings us to our fourth and final mistake, the nutrient void. This is the mistake of thinking that as long as you get enough protein and do some exercise, you've checked all the boxes. But our muscles are complex machines, and they rely on a whole host of vitamins and minerals to function properly. They are like the oil, the coolant, and the spark plugs in your car's engine. Without them, the engine can't run efficiently, no matter how much gasoline you put in it. There are many important micronutrients, but I want to highlight three that are especially critical for seniors when it comes to muscle health. First up is vitamin D. We often call it the sunshine vitamin because our bodies can produce it from sun exposure, but we also know it as the bone vitamin, essential for calcium absorption. What's less known is that vitamin D is also profoundly important for muscle function. There are vitamin D receptors located directly on our muscle cells. When vitamin D binds to these receptors, it helps regulate muscle contraction and growth. Studies have shown a clear link between low vitamin D levels and decreased muscle strength, especially in older adults. Low levels are also linked to an increased risk of falls, not just because of weaker bones, but because of weaker, less responsive muscles. Unfortunately, vitamin D deficiency is rampant among seniors. Our skin becomes less efficient at producing it from sunlight as we age, and we often spend more time indoors. While you can get some from fortified milk and fatty fish, for many seniors, a supplement is the most reliable way to ensure you're getting enough. It is absolutely essential that you talk to your doctor and get your levels checked before you start supplementing so they can recommend the right dosage for you. Next, let's talk about a supplement that has been unfairly typecast as something only for young bodybuilders, creatine. For decades, creatine has been one of the most researched sports supplements on the planet, and the evidence for its safety and effectiveness is overwhelming. Here's how it works in simple terms. Your muscles use a molecule called ATP for quick, explosive energy. Think about the energy you need to push yourself up from a chair or catch yourself from a fall. That's ATP. Creatine helps your body rapidly regenerate this ATP. It's like having a bigger, more easily accessible energy reserve right inside your muscle cells. A growing body of research has shown incredible benefits for older adults. Studies show that seniors who take a small daily dose of creatine, combined with resistance training, gain significantly more muscle mass and strength than those who do the training alone. It can improve walking speed, chair stand performance, and overall functional capacity. A typical dose is just 3 to 5 grams a day. A small, tasteless powder you can mix in water or coffee. Again, this is something to discuss with your doctor, especially if you have pre-existing kidney conditions. But for most healthy seniors, it is considered very safe and could be a real game changer. Finally, let's touch on omega-3 fatty acids. These are the healthy fats found in things like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. Their biggest claim to fame is their powerful anti-inflammatory effect. We know that chronic low-grade inflammation is a major driver of the aging process, and it contributes to that anabolic resistance we talked about earlier, making your muscles less responsive to protein. By helping to quell this inflammation, omega-3 seconds can create a more favorable environment for muscle growth and repair. They can help reduce muscle soreness after exercise, which might make you more likely to stick with your routine. And of course, they have well-known benefits for your heart and brain health, making them a fantastic all-around nutrient for healthy aging. So let's put it all together. We've talked about the importance of protein, the necessity of resistance training, the danger of inactivity, and the role of key nutrients. It might seem like a lot to remember, but let's walk through what a strong day might look like. You could start your morning with a breakfast of scrambled eggs and a piece of whole wheat toast. In the mid-morning, while you're watching the news, you could do 10 minutes of simple resistance band exercises or a few sets of chair squats. For lunch, you might have a hearty lentil soup or a tuna salad sandwich. In the afternoon, you go for your daily walk, enjoying the fresh air. And for dinner, a baked piece of chicken or fish with a big serving of green vegetables. It's not about a radical overhaul of your entire life overnight. It's about making conscious, powerful choices. It's about swapping the empty calories of a pastry for the muscle-building power of Greek yogurt. It's about trading 15 minutes of sitting on the sofa for 15 minutes of gentle movement that will pay you back with dividends of strength and stability. Let's quickly recap the pillars of reclaiming your strength. First, prioritize protein. Make it a centerpiece of every meal. Second, embrace resistance training. Challenge your muscles in a safe and gentle way, 2 or 3 times a week. Third, break the cycle of inactivity. See movement as medicine and find ways to move your body every single day. And fourth, support your hard work by ensuring you're getting crucial nutrients like vitamin D, creatine, and omega-3 seconds, always in consultation with your healthcare provider. As we come to a close, I want to speak to you directly from the heart. I know that aging can be hard. I know there are days when your body aches, when you feel tired, and when you fear what the future might hold. It's easy to feel like your body is betraying you, and it's tempting to just give in. But please hear me when I say this. You are not a passive victim in this process. Your body is not your enemy. It is a remarkable, resilient system that is constantly trying to heal and adapt. It is waiting for your instructions. The choices you make every single day, the food you put on your plate, the decision to get up and move, these are the instructions you are giving it. Growing older is inevitable, but growing weaker is a choice. You can choose strength, you can choose stability, you can choose independence. This journey isn't just about muscle. It's about dignity. It's about freedom. It's about having the physical power to show up for your own life on your own terms for as long as possible. One meal, one chair squat, one short walk at a time, you are casting a vote for a stronger, more vibrant future. Now, I would love to hear from you. We are a community here, and we learn and grow by sharing with one another. What is the one small change you feel you can start making this week after watching this? Maybe it's adding eggs to your breakfast or ordering a set of resistance bands online. Maybe it's just committing to stand up and stretch during every commercial break of your favorite show. Whatever it is, no matter how small it seems, share it in the comments below. Declaring your intention is a powerful first step, and your commitment might be the very thing that inspires someone else to take action too. I do my best to read every single comment. If this video has helped you or opened your eyes in any way, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly means a lot, and it tells the algorithm to share this video with other people who need to hear this message. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click that notification bell. We have so much more to share about aging with strength, health, and vitality, and I would be honored to have you as part of our community. Your health and your independence are worth fighting for. Remember, your best years are not behind you. They are right in front of you, waiting to be lived with confidence and power. Take care of your muscles because they will carry you there. Stay strong.